Hey friends, happy Sunday morning. It is going to be a beautiful, beautiful day. Just wanted to share something that was on my heart this morning, something that I hope not only blesses you, but I hope it inspires you to set your face like flint and continue the mission until the very end that the Lord has given you. Now, what I mean by that, in my Bible study this morning, I was carrying on in Matthew 27, verses 11 through 14. There is a lot to glean from this, but mostly that Jesus displayed the greatest example of courage and unwavering commitment and confidence that anyone could ever display. And it's, of course, because he's the Prince of Peace, but it's also because, as predicted in Isaiah, Jesus set his face like flint, and as also predicted in Isaiah, that he went as a sheep before those who were going to slaughter him and stayed silent. And because of this, the governor marveled. Now, in verse 11, it says that Jesus was brought before the governor, and the governor asked Jesus, he said, "Are you the King of the Jews?" You know, this is what the chief priests and the elders, this is what they were. They were speaking blasphemy against Jesus. They were saying all kinds of untrue things because Jesus lived a life of total integrity, and they couldn't get him on anything. And Pilate, you know, as someone who, Pontius Pilate, the governor, he had seen all kinds of people. You know, he had sentenced all kinds of people. And I think that he could see between the lines, and he, you know, he could discern. He had some bit of discernment, because here he is, and he addresses Jesus as this, but it says that Jesus said, "It is as you said." And of course, the chief priests and the elders, they continue to spew accusations against him. And of course, it says that Jesus was silent. And so the governor asked him, Pontius asked him, "Are you not listening to what they are saying about you?" But it says that Jesus remained silent. He said not a word, so that the governor was marveled. Now think about this. Here was Jesus, one more steadfast resolution. He was focused on the goal. He had made his face like flint. It was hardened like a dark rock. It was just, he was not going anywhere. He was going to fulfill the mission. And that's what it took. But it took a lot, let me tell you, to marvel Pontius Pilate. He'd seen it all. But think about this. When people were being sentenced to death, just like they are now, they'll do anything to get out of it. They will scream, they will cry, they will plead, they will curse, they will blame others. They will claim their innocence over and over and over. Yet Jesus did none of this, because Jesus was ready to fulfill the mission for which he was called. And this took a face of flint. This took being steadfast, determined. And and because of that, of course, we know that Jesus went to the cross for us. He died a sinner's death, and he rose again 3 days later to give us forgiveness of sins. And what do we do with that? We set our faces like flint. We follow the example of Jesus, and we remain steadfast, immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, so that at the end of the day, when we go to meet our Maker, we can be like Paul and say, "I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith, and now I get that crown of righteousness." So guys, I really, really hope that blesses you, but more than anything, I hope it inspires you to stand 10 toes on the full gospel and to follow Jesus until the very end. It's going to be a great day.